Welcome back everybody to TTBurger Game Reviews, and I am Tony, also known as TTBurger88. And welcome back to my Ace Combat series review. In part 1, I took a look at Air Combat, the first game in the Ace Combat series, and gave it a 7.5 out of 10 due to graphical issues and other problems with the game and such. For part 2, I will be looking at the sequel to that game, Ace Combat 2. Once again by Namco, released in 1997, and the reason why the game title was changed to Ace Combat is because pilots are known as aces and such. And I have to say here that Ace Combat 2 definitely improves over its predecessor in many ways, and definitely makes the series more enjoyable. But now getting that out of the way, let's once again start things off with talking about the story. And the story in Ace Combat 2 goes like this. A group of military rebels have launched a massive coup d'etat all over the Usean continent, which occurs as several politicians attended a peace ceremony in a faraway location. The speed of the coup d'etat enables the rebels to acquire special strategic weapons. The danger of the coup d'etat encourages the deployment of Scarface, an elite military force set to put an end to the coup. Now I know the story is very similar to Air Combat's story, but the thing here is, the story worked in that game, and it works better here and it's more detailed. Sure, the story is once again told through mission briefing scenes with text and such, like in the first game, but for me, this works perfectly in my opinion.
You will receive all-out support from our military corps, full information regarding the rebels, full cooperation through our intelligence division, and military supplies. The situation is tense, and there is no time to waste. Take on this mission immediately. That is all.
Graphically, Ace Combat 2 is a huge improvement over its predecessor. The aircraft models are still the best part of the graphics, and the color designs for them look great. The backgrounds this time have definitely seen a huge improvement here. This time that they look more detailed, and the draw distance is a lot better here too. And also the frame rate here is still excellent, and the flickering problems that are pretty much gone here as well. And the graphics have definitely taken a turn for the better. Sound-wise, Ace Combat 2 also improves as well. The music is still the best part of the sound, with the rock guitar soundtrack still here, and they sound just as great. voice acting is better too. I mean, I didn't care for the voice acting in the first game because it sounded a little hokey and stuff like that, but it's what you expected it for a game released in 1995. But here in this game, the voice acting is definitely improved.
The breakthrough at the Ravine base. While in pursuit of an enemy transport plane, reconnaissance discovered that an enemy base is being built in a deep ravine. Our enemy seems hard-pressed to construct a new base in a hurry after losing their forward base. This time our target is the Ravine base. The problem is a network of anti-aircraft missile sites surrounding the Ravine region, making it impossible to carry out a bombing mission from above. To attack the base, we have to enter the edge of the ravine by flying at a low altitude, and then make a hit and breakaway attack. This is the only way to attack this base. Target, the Ravine base. The enemy's anti-aircraft missiles are highly accurate, and there will be no chance of survival if you fly directly over the ravine. Watch your altitude.
Gameplay in Ace Combat 2 is what has improved the most. Sure, I will admit the game is still a little repetitive because all you do is shoot targets and stuff once again, but since Ace Combat 2 improved a lot with the gameplay and other aspects and stuff, it doesn't really bother me that much. Like in the first game, after you finish certain missions, you unlock new aircrafts, and this time you can hold as many aircrafts as you want in your hangar instead of just holding 8 of them like I did in the first game. You can also get a wingman assigned to you after mission 4 just like in the first game, and this time the wingman can actually help you with enemies and such instead of just flying around doing nothing like how they were in the first game. One improvement here that they made is that, I didn't mention this review, but in air combat, when your aircraft crashed, you lost the aircraft for the rest of the game. Here you don't lose the aircraft, but money gets deducted every time you crash, but it's better than losing the aircraft entirely. There are 20 missions in Ace Combat 2, and this time most of the missions are longer, mainly due to the fact that you have more objectives this time, and even though most of the objectives are repetitive, since all you do is shoot targets and such, it is nice that each mission doesn't end after 3 minutes and such. Like in air combat, once again you have 2 weapons for each aircraft, machine gun and missiles. The controls are the same as they were in air combat, but this time the controls are smoother and they make you feel like you're flying a real aircraft. Besides that though, there isn't much else to say about this game. Ace Combat 2 definitely improved in a lot of aspects and got rid of most of the problems that the first game had, and the end result is amazing. Now it's time for my final rating on the game. Ace Combat 2 is definitely a huge improvement over Air Combat, and I definitely recommend it for Flight Simulation fans and Ace Combat fans and such. I would give Ace Combat 2 a perfect 10, but due to the gameplay still being a little repetitive, I will be giving this game a 9.5 out of 10. Stay tuned for part 3 where I will look at the next game in the Ace Combat series, Ace Combat 3 Electrosphere. This is Tony, aka TTBurger88. Peace out, and see you all in part 3.